Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jules Asner.
And I'm Steve Kometka. We're reporting live from Los Angeles. They're the most popular friends on TV. And if they aren't already, they could soon be the richest friends on TV. The NBC series is the most popular comedy on television, and the network is doing all it can to keep the stars happy and on the air as long as possible. As Patrick Stinson reports, it's a plan that will likely cost NBC millions and millions of dollars.
This summer, you'll find the Friends hard at work. Courtney Cox stars in a film with her new husband, David Arquette. David Schwimmer is doing live theater. Lisa Kudrow just finished a movie, and Matthew Perry is working on one. But next year, these guys might actually take the summer off.
Hey, Joey.
That's because the price of this sitcom could soon jump from $3 million per episode to $5 million. Reports indicate NBC is close to paying that much to Warner Brothers Television to keep the all-important Friends on the air for the next 3 years.
It's essential to the network at this point. It was one of the bright spots that they could still point to and assert their Thursday night dominance.
NBC has gone down this road before. The network paid $5.5 million per show during Seinfeld's final year, and it dished out $13 million per episode to keep ER on the air.
Okay, if you get this one, we buy everybody here a steak dinner.
And if this new Friends deal goes through, there's a good chance the stars will benefit as well. It was just 3 years ago that the cast held out for a salary of $100 grand an episode. Now, some say they could each demand at least $250,000 per show.
What could happen is that the actors may say, well, that's not good enough for us. We each want $1 million per episode. Not that they'd get it, but certainly they could ask for it because other people have gotten $1 million per episode.
It just got interesting.
I'm Patrick Stinson for E! News.
Well, Friends is just one of the many shows that Steve and I will be talking about very early tomorrow morning when we bring you the announcement of the Primetime Emmy nominations. Joining us will be Tom O'Neill, author of the book, The Emmys, who is with us now to predict what the high notes might be. Now, let me guess, Tom, The Sopranos?
Well, maybe, yes, Jules, but it could also end up singing the blues. Here's the scoop. The quirky HBO series about a New Jersey mob family has been a breakout hit the critics just couldn't refuse. Emmy voters will certainly nominate lead wise guy James Gandolfini and Nancy Marchand, who plays his monstrous Mamma Mia. But the big question is, will The Sopranos become the first cable series ever to be nominated for Best Drama? After that, the next question is, will Emmy get chummy with Friends again? Voters nominated the show for Best Comedy in 1994 and 95, but snubbed it the past 2 years. Now there are two good omens that it might be back. Voters gave Friends its first acting Emmy last year when Lisa Kudrow won Best Supporting Actress, and this year critics declared the show was better than ever. A few new comedies may make the cut too. Now that Seinfeld and Larry Sanders Show are out, everybody, including an Emmy, may end up loving Raymond, since voters love smartly written shows about very dumb families. Raymond's long overdue for a Best Comedy bid, plus acting noms for Ray Romano and Patricia Heaton. Other new series that might do well, Will and Grace and Just Shoot Me.
Now, I know among all the other comedies, Frasier, of course, will be back. And couldn't it break another Emmy record if it wins again?
Yes, Jules, it won Best Comedy 5 times in a row, and no primetime show has ever won a Best Program prize, comedy or drama, more than that.
And why is it so iffy that The Sopranos might get nominated for Best Drama when most critics agreed it was the best new series this past season?
Emmy voters are notoriously loyal to the same favorite shows, Jules, and they faithfully nominate the same 4 shows for the past 4 years: ER, NYPD Blue, Law and Order, and The X-Files. One of them's got to go if The Sopranos comes in and The Practice comes back, because remember, that won Best Drama last year.
So if one of them does drop out, which one do you think it's going to be?
My guess, The X-Files, because the Emmys, just like the Oscars, have never taken science fiction seriously.
Oh, well, thanks, Tom. And Tom, Steve and I will be up bright and early tomorrow morning to bring you live coverage of the Primetime Emmy nominations. It's a 1-hour special being shown right here on E! beginning at 8:30 Eastern Time and 5:30 Pacific.
After 5 days of combing the waters off Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts, Coast Guard officials have found the bodies of John F. Kennedy Jr. and his wife, Carolyn Bessette. The remains of JFK Jr., Carolyn, and her sister, Lauren Bessette, were found inside the wrecked fuselage of their small plane with the help of robotic cameras. As deep-sea divers worked to bring the bodies back to the surface, John's uncle, Senator Edward Kennedy, was ferried to the recovery site. Later, he must begin preparing for the funerals.
Again, I think we should keep our thoughts with the families as events unfold, and my thoughts and prayers are with them.
A Kennedy family spokesperson says Mass will be held at a Manhattan church Friday for John and Carolyn. Then Lauren Bessette will be eulogized at a private memorial Saturday in her hometown of Greenwich, Connecticut. Since his days as a White House toddler, John Kennedy Jr. has remained one of the paparazzi's most pursued targets. So it's not surprising he's left us with a legion of photographs to remind us of a remarkable life. Now, People magazine is preparing to capture the highlights and the low points of that life in a very special issue. Linda Grasso has more.
They were faces that could touch off an avalanche in magazine sales. John F. Kennedy Jr. and his wife Carolyn. And perhaps no one knew that better than the editors at People magazine. In his lifetime, JFK Jr. was featured 15 times on the cover, beginning with this famous image 11 years ago.
We all knew JFK Jr.'s public veneer. He was a handsome guy, he was sexy, he was called the hunk. But I think really the most surprising thing, not that it's shocking, is what a wonderful human being he was.
And that's precisely the side of John People magazine hopes to capture in its upcoming 41-page tribute to the heir of Camelot.
There were those who remembered his father, who had hopes invested in this young son. And there were also younger people who never really understood the whole Camelot legend, and yet they felt that he was a compatriot of theirs. He was someone who might someday speak for their generation as well.
Not forgotten among the dozens of bittersweet photos is the woman with whom John would spend the rest of his life.
I think he and Carolyn Bessette were soulmates. They both were very stylish. They were both physically beautiful, and I think they understood the pressures of public scrutiny. I think they probably would have been terrific partners for each other for the rest of their lives.
People's special tribute to John and Carolyn Bessette Kennedy hits newsstands this Friday.
Coming up, Courtney Love on Making Love. Why this rock star turned actress has a thing for trashy porn stars.
Then, this actor is hot. No, we mean it, really hot.
Oh, my arm was on fire yesterday.
Ed Burns on the set of 15 Minutes. And he puts himself out as well.
And Hawkeye hits the bullseye. The star of MASH may join the cast of another TV smash next.
A madman and a mother-to-be connected by a crime that shocked the City of Angels.
You could feel the fear in this town.
Sharon Tate was the Manson family's most famous victim.
She said, please don't hurt me. All I want to do is have my baby.
Now, after 30 years, the sole survivor breaks his silence.
I heard somebody saying, stop, stop. I'm already dead.
Hear the truth behind the beauty who was brutally murdered.
Not many people know who she was.
The Last Days of Sharon Tate, this Sunday at 8 on the E! True Hollywood Story.
Announcing a 3-day sale unlike any you've ever seen before. It's not for clothes. It's not for cars. It's for weight loss. It's Jenny Craig's 3-day sale. You only have 3 days to join Jenny Craig and get 30 days for free, plus the cost of food. You deserve to look this good. You deserve to feel this fantastic. But you have to call now during the 3-day sale to get 30 days of Jenny Craig free, plus the cost of food. Call 1-800-45-JENNY. That's 1-800-45-JENNY.
1-800-COLLECT presents Sergeant Savings.
Put down that phone private.
Who, me?
Didn't your mama teach you to dial 1-800-COLLECT and save you $1 or $2?
I know it's cheaper. I always use 1-800-COLLECT.
Good, then make your call. Clean that phone. It's disgusting.
My life was sad. It was full of uh-ohs and oh no. And this weird feeling I was wearing a diaper. Then I got a hint. Latex tampons. What a difference.
Latex Gentle Glide tampons.
So comfortable, you can't even feel them.
I love my life, my husband, my 2 little girls, my job. But when I get a migraine, everything suffers. So what do? I take Excedrin migraine. I found out it's the only non-prescription medicine that's FDA approved for migraine pain relief. It really works for me. It gives me the strong, fast relief I need. But what really matters is it lets me get back to the life I love. Excedrin migraine, trust me, it works.
Virtually irresistible. New Rouge Virtual from L'Oreal. Pure color for your lips that's virtually weightless. So pure, so weightless, you want to wear it all day. New Rouge Virtual from L'Oreal Paris, because you're worth it.
Victoria's Secret adds a new dimension to cotton lingerie. Stretch. Stretch cotton lingerie. This, too, is Victoria's Secret.
It's the story you haven't heard from the network that knows Hollywood best. The E! True Hollywood Story. Coming in August every night at 9, only on E!
A creaky old house may scare Catherine Zeta-Jones and Liam Neeson in The Haunting, but what really frightens them? Our own Suzanne Senna got to the bottom of this unsettling issue at the Los Angeles premiere of The Haunting.
For some, it's things that go bump in the night. For others, it's simply the fear of heights. But being frightened is the name of the game at the world premiere of The Haunting.
And like it or not, Liam Neeson had to face that fear of heights on the set of The Haunting.
And that was a hard sequence because it's a rickety old staircase and it starts to collapse as I'm halfway up it.
So the fear is real.
I have a bit of a phobia of rats, and I can't even look at them in books or anything. And I even know, I've asked my mother, did a rat jump in my crib when I was a kid?
The crush of big crowds scare me. You know, it's not the intimidation of the crowd, but just being crushed to 12,000 people heading for one exit.
Crowds are a new scare for American Pie star Jason Biggs.
That's scary.
That's a little scary,
That's a little scary. No, that's exciting.
What scares you in real life?
Snakes. I have a huge snake thing. And I got over it for the first time. I was just in Bali, and I went to a snake farm, and I actually held a Burmese python.
What frightens you?
Ghosts and intruders.
And you'd think these Titanic stars would be afraid of water, but no.
We're scared of scary movies, but we thought if we went together, we could... Very smart move. Yeah, we're going to hold each other's hands.
The Haunting will play to your fears this Friday. I'm Suzanne Senna for E! News.
Andy Warhol said everybody gets his 15 minutes of fame, and getting his share of the spotlight right now is Ed Burns, although he's going to get more than 15 minutes, but he is currently co-starring in the action thriller 15 Minutes. Kristen Malia visited the set and talked to Ed about his fiery experience playing an arson investigator.
Don't do that!
So how close do you have to get to the fire, though? I mean, are you intimidated
No, my
by that
arm
at
was
all?
on fire yesterday. Yeah, oh no, it was absolutely terrifying. And I'm such a big wimp about it, too. I made him test it, like, 10 different times, made sure it was totally safe. Then they spray some flammable liquid on you and then torch you. And you're sitting there, and then they call action, and you have to, react as if your arm is on fire, which was real easy when your arm is on fire, because it's terrifying. Go ahead. Let's do it.
Don't do it that fast. Yeah. Don't do it that fast. I'm on fire.
On fire is right. Ed's career ignited when he wrote, directed, and produced The Brothers McMullen in 1995. Then came She's the One, followed by a coveted role in Saving Private Ryan.
I've been so lucky in that the two kind of icons that I've gotten to work with, Tom Hanks and De Niro, have both been just really great guys.
Ed's co-stars are just one of the reasons he's attracted to certain roles.
I'm pretty picky. I mean, I don't really work that often, and it's because I think, because I'm so passionate about what I do with my writing, that I think for me to take a job as an actor, I really have to be passionate about the script.
Remaining true to his passion, Ed is currently writing a script for DreamWorks. 15 Minutes burns up the big screen sometime next year. I'm Kristen Malia for E! News.
Still to come on E! News Daily, we've got some great tape to show you of Ricky Martin.
Talk about hot. It's footage of him performing with Menudo when he was just 14. Okay, he was lukewarm at that time. You won't want to miss this, so stay tuned. Plus,
it's a mutual admiration society, it's just one big happy family.
this young actor's dad won 2 Oscars in a row. How far did he fall from the family tree?
And next time on E! News Daily, Bogey and Bacall, Travolta and Preston, Basinger and Baldwin. How Hollywood super couples met on the set and mixed work with play on the next E! News Daily.
There's always something new at E! Online. This week, they're the hottest, steamiest, and most memorable couplings ever to be captured on the big screen. They're E! Online's favorite top 10 sex scenes. And pop sensation Britney Spears opens up and answers your questions about Dawson's Creek and her life as a teen. Plus, up-to-the-minute entertainment news, gossip, previews, and reviews, live webcasts, and cool interactive games. And click on MovieFinder.com for your complete movie connection. It's all on E! Online. Find it on AOL. Check it out.
I want to shout it from the rooftop. This is the thinnest I've been, maybe ever. I was fat. Slim Fast was the best thing that happened to me. I have lost over 50 pounds on the Slim Fast plan. I've kept it up for 2 years. Wow, I like that. I take care of myself and I eat smart. I have a Slim Fast for lunch every day. That's the secret.
23 vitamins and minerals, protein, calcium, fiber, all the balanced nutrition like a healthy meal.
I love it, and it really gives me a charge.
Slim Fast every day. Balanced nutrition for a healthy life.
I finally found the answer.
I need you to find these people now.
Okay, boys. Release the hounds. Someone's been here.
Searching for someone at your car insurance company after dark? At Geico Direct, we're here 24 hours a day. In fact, one 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
We couldn't make up these stories if we tried. Starting in August, the E! True Hollywood Story, every night at 9, only on E!
Breast cancer is something that's...
I had some pretty serious injuries to my leg, my wrist.
Bob Ward fell from a height. He came to Larkin Axelrod Tracty in Tettenbaum.
There were other firms that I had met with that took my case and sat on it for a year, maybe more, a year and a half, and just returned the case to me.
Bob Ward came to us and got results.
This firm treated me like a human being, like I was a person, not a number.
Serving all your legal needs.
If you're wondering what to do during these dog days of summer, then think about coming to Peekskill Celebration 99 at beautiful Riverfront Green and Charles Point, August 5th through the 8th. Peekskill Celebration 99 is a Hudson River festival celebrating the best of the valley, featuring music, food, arts and crafts, tall ships, and a spectacular fireworks display. For more information, call 737-3600.
For years on MASH, Alan Alda was always around spurting blood and severed limbs. Guess he misses it, because it looks like he'll once again find himself in a hospital emergency room, television's top-rated one. Here's our E-list of entertainment briefs. USA Today says you can look for Alan Alda on ER this fall. He's expected to join the cast in a 5-episode storyline. He won't be wearing surgical scrubs, however. He'll be a patient, one with Alzheimer's disease. Alan Alda was most recently seen on stage in the play Art. The WB is looking forward to the new fall season and staged a party Tuesday night in anticipation. Among the stars walking the red carpet in Pasadena, Meredith Monroe, Mary Margaret Humes, and John Wesley Shipp, all from Dawson's Creek. The cast of the new show Roswell, which features Colin Hanks, whose dad you may have heard of, Tom Hanks.
They're really happy for me, and they wish me nothing but the best.
And if your imagination still works, check your local listings for a radio theater series called Spread Eagle. Based on a hit play from 1927, its cast includes Fred Savage and Ed Asner. It can be heard over the airwaves tonight through Sunday. And here's Ed's take on working the old-fashioned way.
Oh, it's wonderful. You don't have to shave every day. You don't even have to bathe every day. You can get away with it.
And the Goo Goo Dolls have kicked off their Levi's 99 tour. The Dolls will travel to 44...
It's a huge tragedy.
John F. Kennedy Jr. buried at sea. The loss of America's favorite son casts a shadow over Hollywood and the big announcement of Emmy nominees.
We sit here today and we celebrate this, but, you know, maybe part of the reason why I couldn't sleep last night is because of that.
Entertainment Tonight has new information on the celebrities who will attend tomorrow's memorial service here in New York at St. Thomas More Church.
We have salt in our blood, in our sweat, in our tears.
We are tied to the ocean.
From a young boy's salute to the final photo as the Kennedy men carry John home.
E.T. has learned the secret Carolyn Bessette Kennedy kept in her purse.
Now, the woman who helped Jackie raise her son shares poignant stories of a